Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about our basic tools in Rhinely. As always, we can have access our designs through under profile picture. You may go to your profile or click my designs. If you go to my profile, you can simply click on Designer Studio. Once we click on that one, you can create your new design, or you can create a new folder, name it. Once you create it, you can create your new design. I'm gonna name it Tool Basics, and you can select the folder you want to add that design up. Once you click on Create, the system is bringing up product options. As I have mentioned about this on our first video, we will talk about these later on. For now, I'm gonna select tops and tees. Once we select on that one, we will start with our very first tool, which is a selection tool right here. As it says, when you hover your mouse over these buttons, you will see small explanations about what these are doing. And this is pretty basic and simple. This is our selection tool that basically selects any kind of design or shape, as you can see. The second one is Direct Select Tool. Direct Select Tool basically works with rhinestones only. As you can see, I am trying to click on our shape, but it's not going to select it. But if I come here and click any of these, I can simply select these one. When I create individual stones, I can select with Direct Select Tool. I can select with our regular selection tool. But if I want to select a form of rhinestones with selection, I cannot select individual stones. I have to use my direct selection tool to move the individual stones. Our third option right here is image. When we click on image, it's basically going to ask us to select an image. I'm going to go ahead and select this one. And as you see, our mouse cursor has changed to plus sign, meaning you can hold your mouse and drag it and add the image. In our system, every time when we click on anything, could be rhinestone form, could be shape, could be image, there are some extra options are popping up. For example, when I click on shape, it shows up this one. That means I can select the background color. I can change the color of the shape. When I click on image, as you see, it shows the SVG. That means when we click on this, we can have black and white and color reduction options. We are going to talk about these in a very basic video or a simple video later on. But simply, this is creating an SVG shape for our images. Right next button next to image is hand. This is a pen tool. You can easily pen it around, or you can use your middle mouse button and do the same thing. And the next button is background change color. You can change your background color, whichever the color you want. For now, I'm gonna go with black, which I like to work on it black. The next option is going to be our showing grid option, meaning when we have a design and if we want to show our grids or disable our grids, we simply click on this button. The next button is collision detection. That means when we have stones overlapping each other, for example, you decided to move this stone over here and you didn't realize that this is overlapping, but this is a problem. We basically turn this on and system automatically is going to show you where is the overlap. So you can simply click on one of these and then move it. As you can see, our system automatically is detecting if stones are overlapping. I would suggest you work by turning this off, and once you finish your design you can turn this on, and we can talk about this later on, but this is pretty basic. Our next button is screen orientation. We can simply change our screen orientation based on our design. The next button is 3D realistic view. What that means is when we click on and turn this on, our rhinestones are going to turn into realistic looking rhinestones. The next one is our compound tool, which is basically we have to click on select because we cannot select shapes with direct selection. So what our compound button does is, if we have more than, I'm going to copy this and paste it, if we have more than two buttons, two shapes, and if we want to combine them, we basically select by dragging the mouse, or we can use shift to select both of them, and we can either combine them, subtract them, trim them, or exclude them. So I'm going to use the combine union. As you see, it combined. And if we want to add something else inside, and then select both of them and trim it, as you see, we have a trim. The next button is autosave. As default, autosave comes as turned on, and this saves your designs or any kind of activities on your screen every 3 minutes. If you turn it off, it's gonna stay off even when you start a new design. As long as you stay on the same browser, this is going to stay off. But once you use a new browser, you will see that autosave has been enabled as default. That's it for today, and I will see you on my next video.